Hello there, and today we're going to be talking about escalation factors inside the SharpeSoft Estimator. And what those are basically specialized markup prices that we can attribute essentially to different cost types. Okay, so how we access them is we're going to come up to our toolbar, we're going to open our bid items window, and here we have our bid items, and another little bit about the escalation factors is that they're mostly useful in the sense that when you can predict that prices are going to inflate in the future, say you're working on a particularly big job, you know you're not going to be finishing it within the year, you know that next year prices for certain aspects of the job are going to go up, so you can append prices that way. So what we're going to do is we have our 12-inch water main here under our water items. We're just going to pick this one, and then we come up to actions, and then item escalation factors. And labor usually is what is going to be adjusted most often between years. And let's say that next year our labor is going to go up by 10%, so we set the labor factor to 1.1. And before we hit yes, let's take a look actually down here. We see we have our labor at 13,484. After we hit yes, it will automatically adjust to 14,832. We also have this little green arrow that lets us know that the escalation factor is in place. So now that we have this number, it's here, it's in the forefront of our mind that we have this additional price added. So if we're making future decisions on the job, we know that specifically we have the 10% added here for anything else that we need to do. And this can be reflected again if we come up here to the summary sheet. And if we go to our labor details, so make note of our total right now here is 130,000. But if we were to print the job labor report, include the summary, and hit OK, and if we come over here to our last page, the actual total is 128,000, and this is because the actual detail prices of the labor items inside of our bid item are not changed, right? So we have labor items in all of these different little sub-items, but if we were to say open up excavation, none of our labor detail items here have the little green arrow, so they're not being affected by our escalation factor, which means that when we're printing our labor cost detail report, everything is at cost and not affected by the escalation factor, which is just something to keep in mind. And we hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.